What's that on the screen, E?
Just a movie that I just recently watched. I mean, a documentary joint called Welfare. Just random, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to call it research, just trying to find out a little bit more about certain things, you know what I'm saying? And just the idea behind the welfare and all that. And it just so happened I seen it and I was like, oh, let me watch this, don't see what this joint about. And for me, it was just another extra eye opener because number one, the joint was, I think it was came out in like 1975, so that wasn't me, what, like 50 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that long ago. And just I'm trying to figure out the best word because what they had to go through just trying to get help, like really feeling like, you know, there's people on that joint talking about they getting put out and this, that, and the third because they waiting for checks and they don't got food. It just looked sad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I of course, you know what I'm saying, I talk about the struggle and all this and that in my music. I done been through the struggle as far as my life and what I can consider that. But me seeing that, it like really like made me like realize like it's some real struggle that been going on out here that people still going through today. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it just made me, the fact that they had to go to these places and sit in there and be turned around by people to, because some people was like, yeah, I just came from this place and they told us to come here. And they like, nah, you're not supposed to be here. You got to go there. And they sending them back. You know, people were driving and just got to get on the bus. It just made me just feel like we can't keep expecting people to help us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to create, you know, like on all levels, like we got to provide whatever things are needed and necessary for us to maintain in the community and elevate, you know what I'm saying? And it just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I just had to talk about it because that's the main thing that stuck out to me, the fact that our people in general had to go there to expect people to help them, you know what I'm saying? And in reality, whatever they told them, they had to live with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta put ourselves in a position where we really helping people out here maintain and put themselves in certain life situations where they can, you know what I'm saying, elevate in whatever aspects of life, starting from the youth, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's how some of the youth get in some of these situations they end up getting into because their parents is already deep in the system, you know what I'm saying? And they looking for help left, right, you know what I'm saying? Can't get it. So it's like, we just gotta open our eyes more and really be even more hands-on with creating programs and just, you know, whatever we could create opportunities for people to really get what they need out here, whether that's food, whether that's, you know what I'm saying, opportunities to exercise, eat right, just all that for real, that's needed. And us expecting these motherfuckers to just hand it over to us because we supposedly need it or whatever the case may be. We've been doing it for years, you know what I'm saying? And look where we at with it. So it's like, it's time to make a change, you know, collectively.
Question. Historically, do you think welfare helped or hurt the black community? And whatever your answer is, in what way?
See, of course I got it, and that was one of the reasons why I even wanted to tune into the documentary, because, okay, welfare in itself, to my knowledge, is a government-funded program. But I also have some recollection of WIC, which is considered welfare, which was created by the Black Panther Party. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, the idea behind it, in my opinion, I believe initially is to help. You get what I'm saying? Is to provide certain families with certain things, food, and you get what I'm saying, certain necessities. But I just think bad being put into the government hands. You get what I'm saying? It's like it get certain boundaries or it get certain limitations that just we don't have no control over. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta have these requirements or have the, you know what I'm saying, for you to even be able to get certain things. So I'm a little on the fence with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we need the help, but I feel like it need to come from a place where we know it's genuine. It's going to the right places. You get what I'm saying? If that makes, you know what I'm saying, if that answers your question.
46 years later, do you believe the governmental program, welfare, the whole policy of it, did it help or hurt the black community? That ain't the question. We already talked about that. Is it still needed today? Did we benefit from it?
Is it still needed today? I think a form of welfare in the black community I guess you can say to a certain extent a form of welfare could definitely still be needed in the black community, but I feel like the moment that black people support one another and spend within the community instead of outsourcing for everything, I don't think it'll be necessary, if that makes sense. Because it's like once you going outside of something, you automatically taken away from what it is that you building. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, like I think it put some people in the mentality of not going to get because they feel like, hey, if I could just get this from my head, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the part that to me throws it left, because you know that's kind of in the way for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's people that's really out here really trying, but just need a little push or need a little assistance. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they not getting that because they gotta, you know, they get put on the back burner because, and I ain't cooking nobody, but so and so with the 4 kids gotta take the trip to Miami, if you get what I'm saying, because that's what a lot of motherfuckers is doing for real. They not really, that's what I mean by outsourcing. You know what I'm saying? You're not really taking care of the community, taking care of the household. Motherfuckers is flexing for the gram out this jump, but yeah, that's another story. But yeah, that's the negative aspect and mentality that I think it breed, that I think it don't help.
To be dependent.
Which we don't have to. And we know we don't. You know what I'm saying? Just like anything that we really want ultimately, whether that's food, whether that's clothes, whether that's whatever type of, whatever form of entertainment, we gonna break our backs and necks to go get it. But the moment it is some type of education or some type of, you know, some type of real work they gotta get put in, exercise is a prime example. And I get it, everybody don't like exercise, but no matter how you view it, something as simple as walking can be viewed as an exercise. But if a person was like, just walk for this amount of time every day and it's going to do this for you, a motherfucker wouldn't even appreciate the benefit that it's going to give just because they would rather watch fucking something on Netflix for 30 minutes to an hour. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and I know that was kind of a lame analogy, but that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like some logical shit that we know we see the benefit of, we still a neglect to do some shit that we know gets it's no purpose, it's no real value. You know what I'm saying? Even to just be included in the topic on social media. A motherfucker want to waste time just to be included in the topic on social media. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, all that shit boils down to being dependent on a system that don't want to see niggas grow anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where it hurts in my opinion. Because I don't ever want to take it away like certain assistance is not needed in certain areas. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because even being an entrepreneur, it's certain aspects where I need assistance. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't even just talking on a capital or financial basis. You get what I'm saying? I'm just talking about access. You get what I'm saying? I'm just talking about opportunity. It's needed. So, of course, a person that's in a real poverty, impoverished situation, any source or form of, resources can be helpful. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to just give it all away to boot, but I don't think anybody is supposed to like rely on that. You know what I'm saying? Like be dependent on that, or even have the mentality of, well, I could just use this to flex for the gram. You get what I'm saying? Like that's all the way backwards. You know what I'm saying? That shit is all the way backwards, man. But yeah, man, that change gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Putting that right energy out here, and not just putting the energy out here, but really, creating the centers and the programs and the this and that within ourselves, so that we don't have to go outsource for the help and the resources. That's the plan,